Hey guys, this is Dave, and today I don't really have a video planned in terms of games, but I've been thinking a lot the past hour or so about basketball, NBA mostly, and how now that the Miami Heat do not have LeBron James on the roster, where do they go from there? Now, they already signed Luol Deng. I believe he's a small forward. Don't hold me to that. They re-signed Dwayne Wade as a shooting guard. They re-signed Udonis Haslem as a center. They re-signed Chris Bosh. But I was just thinking, since LeBron is not on the roster anymore, as I stated just now, that pretty much means either Bosh or Luol Deng will have to be the number one go-to guy on offense. You know, the man, quote unquote. So, I was thinking, Luol Deng, they probably won't make the man on offense because he's not insanely good offensively. I mean, he's good, but he's not he's not going to be the second coming of LeBron or anything. Neither will Bosh by any stretch of the imagination, but he's the next best thing that they can get from their roster as an offensive weapon. And since Bosh would then have to be the number one option on the Heat offense, they need to basically put guys around him to put him in his position to succeed, just like they did LeBron. So I was looking at a bunch of different free agency names. You know, guys who were still not signed yet. There was a couple interesting names. First of all, I looked at one particular name that just jumped out at me. Not the stats, but just the name, which was Sean Marion. I believe he got drafted by Miami. I think so. That or he played like a little bit with Miami, but anyways, he's like in his 30s, I believe, right now, and he's a guard. Point is, he could still really play. I looked at his stats from last season, and they were still pretty good at like age 31 or whatever he's at right now. And I was thinking, wow, this guy is still pretty good at his age. He could take the pressure off of Wade at the shooting guard position. I believe he's a shooting guard anyway. Then the question would be, who would start at point guard? Now, I was thinking, they don't really have too many options at guard or point guard. They have Shabazz Napier, yes, that they just got the draft rights from, I forget who it was, but he doesn't look to be start ready yet, I guess you could say. Because if Summer League is any indication, he's been not very good on offense or defense. I haven't watched too much of it, but when I got the chance to actually watch it, he has not been very good. He's not been very solid. He's been turning the ball over every now and then. And personally, they would, from my perspective, if I was Miami, like if I was Pat Riley, I would be saying to myself, I'm not comfortable starting Shabazz, or letting Spoelstra start Shabazz Napier when the season first starts, I'm thinking sign a free agent point guard that's still on the market, cheap if possible. Start him as the starting point guard, and then Shabazz Napier could learn off of whoever they start at point guard, and then either trade Chalmers because he had a terrible season, or possibly trade Norris Cole for someone. Now, I really like Norris Cole. He's severely underrated, in my opinion. But I don't think he'll ever be one of those guards that can consistently start. He just doesn't seem like he's that type of a player. He seems like more of a rotational player than anything at this stage in his career anyway. I might be wrong, but that's what I see from Norris Cole. And small forward position, that's already dealt with Luol Deng. Power forward, you got Bosh. This is a big if though, if they can sign a legit center. Because if they can sign another free agent named Emeka Okafor, he played for Phoenix last season. The only reason I say Emeka Okafor is because he's coming off an injury, and that's always a red flag, a risk factor. But if I've learned anything from watching basketball, you can't expect to get really good quality pickups for cheap unless you deal with a little bit of risk. So if they can make it work, that would be good, because in my mind, the lineup would be, if they could get him anyway, Jameer Nelson, Dwayne Wade, Luol Deng, Bosh, and then Emeka Okafor. That's a pretty good starting lineup, I gotta say. And then on the bench, there would be Chalmers or Cole, depending on if they trade him or not, and Napier. Probably Napier would be the first one coming off the bench, because he seems to have the most upside. Shooting guard, if possible, if they could get him. Sean Marion. Small forward. They really don't need a bench small forward, but I'm guessing that would just be James Ennis, because James Ennis, because they already signed them. Power forward, Joshua Roberts. They're probably not going to sign anyone else at power forward. And center, I guess Udonis Haslem. I mean, they really don't have too many options at center, and that's a big reason why they got thrashed in the finals in 5 games by the San Antonio Spurs. Not just that, but like their entire bench was just terrible. The bench is looking a lot better this season already. And part of the problem was there were just too many old guys who just couldn't play anymore. The thing with the San Antonio Spurs is they have really old guys, but with their rotational system, they are able to consistently give whatever they need to win games consistently, even though they are old. Like, they ball out more than some of the younger guys because they are well managed and well coached. And so in my opinion, starting lineup would be, if they can make it happen, Jameer Nelson at point guard, Dwayne Wade at shooting guard, Luol Deng at small forward, Bosh at power forward, and Emeka Okafor at center, if they can make that happen. comment on this video your thoughts on any of this. The starting lineup that I just gave, if you think it's possible or not, if you think it's just bullshit. You know, you could give your thoughts on it, you know, constructive criticisms of it, or why you think I'm wrong, or if you think I'm right, you know, say why you think I'm right. You know, give your opinion on the roster if you wish, and the current roster, how it is right now, how you think they would do in the Eastern Conference, even though it's very weak, so they might still get a 6 seed or something along those lines in the playoffs. And also, in the comment section, if you feel up to it, guys, comment why you think the Miami Heat got killed so bad in the finals. I want to see what you guys think. That's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.